Right chaps, Monday afternoon, and we're on with rebuilding the flue fan. We've got this fan blade which is off the original, we've got this new motor, and we need to bore the shaft, bore the fan, should I say, the fan to fit the shaft. The fan is 250, which is quarter, and this is, I believe, 230. Not sure. Let's try it with my little tiny, beautiful micrometer. 0 to ½ inch, quite rare. Yep, that's it. That is 275. That's 250, that's 275. So we just need to pop this drill, which is slightly under, which is good, and that should do it. So we'll move around into the lathe and get it bored. Right, to do this, it's a little bit awkward because we've only got that surface there to grip on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this fan in a small chuck and then put the small chuck in the large chuck. So that should get the job done. Now I'll set that up and I'll get back to you. Right chaps, there's the setup in the lathe. I have clocked it. It's to within a thou or two. It's not easy on something like that, which is a construction from sheet aluminium, but it's pretty square, so I'm going to go ahead now and bore it. And there we go, still a little tight but a good fit. I can ease it with a bit of emery tape. Right, on to the next bit. Right chaps, well they do say you should always have a bit of luck in this life, but I can't believe this. I've just stripped the old motor down, right, because it was knackered. The ends caps of the motor were made of that zinc aluminium casting metal, pot metal or zamac or whatever they call it, and as you can see it's perished, it's fallen to pieces. So I stripped it down because in the middle of the laminations, which are here, was a mounting plate, and with a little bit of very careful filing to take 3 little rivet holes off, that mounting plate now fits the motor into the fan housing. Now it needs adjusting because it needs to go in less far than that, but we can do that with some nice rubber spacers. So there you go. A little bit of good luck goes a long way. Right chaps, so what we've got now is this plate fits nicely up against this flange, which is all the way around at the back of the motor, and I've just marked out and drilled this, which fits nicely on there, and that's going to be fixed on the inside of there, which will give us a good mounting for the new motor. Now I didn't want to, I could have cut a circular plate and fitted it straight into there, but I didn't want to do that because this is an air inlet as well as the hole on the other side. There is a hole on both sides and both of them let air in, and as it will be a lot more powerful and therefore shift a lot more air now, I wanted to give it every chance it's got. These holes on here, I cut the big one first and then just blued it up with a bit of engineer's glue, carefully lowered the motor down to it, press and then lift it off, and it marked the holes beautifully, as you can see. I shall TIG these spare holes up, which will take a few minutes, but I've got 3 little TIG jobs to do now, so I'll fire the TIG up tomorrow and I'll just do all 3 jobs at once. Then this needs to be cut off either side, and probably 4 pop rivets to fix it into there, and that should do the job. Well, it's 4:30 now and it's time for me to go home and watch Adventure Time with my 18-year-old daughter, so see you all later. Right guys and gals, it's Wednesday. Tuesday was cancelled due to lack of time to get here. I had all sorts of other jobs to do yesterday, so I decided that I'd spend the whole day at home and get them all done. going on further with this motor mounting, I've got this piece of steel drilled for these two pillars to fit through, and I assumed that there was threads in these pillars, and when I look carefully there actually isn't. So in goes a 3/16 32 thread into this stuff. This is sort of, again, it's sort of pot metal, monkey metal, and I didn't want to drill it any smaller, or any, should I say, any larger, because of the thickness of the pillar on the outside, and this thread happens to go into the existing hole, so that'll provide me with a good fixing, and that should be fine to hold the whole motor in place, which in actual fact has been very easy. Okay, on to the next bit. Right chaps, there it is, all mounted up. I think you can see that. Rubber mounts there, rubber mounts behind there as well, so that's the job done. I'll get on now and assemble it, and I'll bring you back and show you it assembled, and I might even show you it running, but it is going to be far too fast. It will need the speed control because this is a very fast motor. Okay, on to the next bit. Okay chaps, here we go. That is just a bit more powerful than it was with the other motor, so that should do the job. Somebody called Franz left me a nice comment and lots of clever suggestions on what to do with flues, and I've covered two of the bases, but I've missed the third one, and that's that the air inlet pipe into the flue should be 1/3 of the flue's area. I haven't measured that up today because it's pouring with rain, but I'm going to do that, and I'm sure it'll make a big difference, so thanks for that, Franz. And here we are chaps, the blower refitted with a nice plastic pot cowl on it and the speed control. Here we go for the demonstration. This will be a bit deafening. There we go. I've been outside and it sounds like a rocket taking off. So the next job is to carry on and build the new flue. Catch you later. Hi guys, well it's 5 o'clock Saturday evening, and I've had a guy called Richard Kirkman come over today to go through a very quick electrical engineering course to see if he can sort out the problems on his Colchester lathe. He's at Hull University, but he lives up in Darlington, and his lathe's up in Darlington of course, and I've tried to show him as much as I can about how to sort out the wiring on his lathe. So good luck Richard, and I just hope you've remembered most of what I told you, because it's very difficult to take that much information on in a couple of hours, but he'll get there. He's a good lad, he'll get there. The fan on the flue has been very successful. I haven't done the flue yet, but even just as it was, I started the heater on Friday and ran the heater all day. You need the flue fan running for about 2 or 3 minutes when the boiler's being lit. After that you can switch it off, and it burnt very well all day and kept me nice and toasty in the workshop. It was a really cold day on Friday, and so I'm very pleased with it. So the next job for next week is to make the longer flue, take the H-pot off, and see if we can get the forge working properly as well as the heating working properly. That would be great. So thanks for watching guys, thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you all next week.